Hi, I'm Issa from Issa Messaging, and this is my demon cat who's being really distracting. And this week we're going to do a little video series on a messaging checkup for your website, just to make sure you're answering visitors' basic questions without them having to search super far or hard for basic information. So I am riffing off of an in-depth article on the missamessaging.com website that is called Website Messaging Checkup. Are you answering the who, what, when, where, how, and why? So today let's focus on the who. So if you are marketing your business or your art or what have you, or something you're selling, you probably know you need to give your website visitors a sense of who you are. So what's your deal? What are you about? What are you offering? That's fairly obvious. What often gets lost in website messaging is who you're talking to, though. So who are your ideal customers? Who's going to love what you have to offer? Whose problems can you solve with your product or service? Who's going to love your art? Who's going to love your music, etc., etc. The flip side of that is also clarifying who are you not marketing to. So who's not going to get a lot of value out of your product or service, or who is not going to be delighted because they're not a fan of the genre or space you're working in, or it's just a little different from what they're searching for to solve their problem. So I know it's scary for a lot of people trying to sell stuff to think about turning away any potential business. But remember, if someone spends money on you and then they're really not happy with your product or service, and then they, leave you a bad review or tell their friends they had a bad experience, that can really damage your brand reputation. So it's actually smart marketing strategy to make it really clear up front who your product or service is not for. So it's super okay to be very blunt about this. If you go to the www.missamessaging.com website, you will see that we have a very specific list of who our ideal customers are. So we're talking to small businesses, mid-sized businesses, artists, designers, musicians, creatives, healthcare practitioners, etc., etc. Like, we literally call them out by name on a list on our homepage and about page. And you will notice that there's a lot missing in that list. Well, not missing, they're specifically not there. So because missamessaging.com isn't trying to market to enterprise companies or big banks or technology companies, etc., they probably won't see themselves reflected in the messaging, and that's just fine, because our services are tailored for more startup-y, creative culture. So that's who's going to find the most value out of our services, and that's why it's very clear on the messaging who we're talking to and who we're not talking to. So that's the website messaging checkup for today. Are you clearly communicating on your website? Like the main pages people will land on, right? So this should be clear on stuff like your homepage, your about page, your product service pages, etc. Who you are, what you're offering, and who the offer is for and who it's not for. All right, let me know if you have any questions in the comments, and check back in on our social media accounts every day this week. We'll have another little website messaging checkup tidbit. And if you want all the information at once in a lot of depth, check out the article I mentioned at the beginning. Okay, bye.